Hello, welcome to, a game called Reversary. So, I found this game on Tumblr, of all places. There was a post, which I cannot find. I'm sad I didn't save it, but it was talking about how there was, like, an inherent terror in being a Dark Souls boss, in which you're just some guy defending or whatever, but then someone who you're clearly more powerful than, comes and fights you, you defeat them, but they just keep coming back stronger and stronger, so you know that they'll eventually defeat you. And it's just a matter of time. And in the comments of that Tumblr post, it linked to this game, Reversary, which was created for an event called Ludum, which is sort of like a thing where you're tasked with creating a game in a weekend, 72 hours about. And it's playable on both itch.io and Newgrounds. I'll link to both in the description. And it's that concept of it, essentially. You play as a big boss man, and you will continuously fight a dude over and over again, and he'll come back stronger each time. And there it is.
None shall pass beyond this bridge. I have sworn my allegiance to the Empress. I will not allow any to oppose her. By the power of mana and blade, I will protect her and her will to the very end.
This big guy, that's us.
You, human. You are trespassing on these lands. If you do not return to whence you came, then I, Xoramir, shall smite you down. Prepare to perish, weakling.
And after that little speech, we get up, and it's time to fight. Now, since this is round one, it's very easy, so we'll just go through the controls. I don't even, yeah, the person isn't even really fighting back, so we can move around. You attacked me. How dare you? But yeah, you can just move around. We're very slow, very sluggish. The adventurer clearly outspeeds us, but we can get a little bit of speed if we jump, and landing actually does damage. We can melee, and the melee attack actually shoots out a beam, and depending on how you hold the arrow keys, it changes how the beam comes out. So when it traveled across the ground like that, I was holding up. If I hold right, I believe it's no different, but it's dead, so we'll continue through that in just a sec. Yeah, we win. Now they've leveled up. They have more health and more attack.
None shall pass beyond this bridge. I have sworn my allegiance to the Empress, and I will not allow any to oppose her. By the power of mana and blade, I will
Yeah, whatever. Empress, blah, blah, blah. Let's just skip to the part where we start fighting.
No, I need to finish my monologue first. I worked hard on it. At least let me... Never mind.
But yeah, let's see. Down, yeah. Oh, up sends like an upward thing so you can catch the adventurer while they are jumping. And then, yeah, down's just travel across the ground. But we can also cast magic, so we can shoot it out in a fan like that.
Hello again.
Heya, I'm back again.
I'm guessing you want to cut straight to the fighting again.
You bet. Kinda want to get this out of the way quickly. I went back and grinded for a bit, so I'm much stronger now.
Good for you. I can assure you that I will still smite you.
I dare you to try. And if we hold up with magic, it'll come up with the ground like that, and if we hold down, it comes out in a little sphere like that, which is just objectively better than the fan. What we can do, the sort of best way to attack I've found is to just jump and cast magic up, so it just kind of juggles the adventurer and will take care of a lot of their health in one go. I'll try not to rely on that until it gets dicey, but very potent way to attack.
You're quite persistent.
And you're tough as nails. Guess I'm gonna be here for a while.
I've studied the blade and magic longer than you've probably been alive. So, there's quite a difference in skill level.
Ah, that makes me feel a bit better. Still gotta try my best. And I'll keep coming back until I eventually do defeat you.
Figured as much. Can't really do much about that. Guess all I can do now is to delay the inevitable.
And that we shall do. Oh, and you can jump attack as well. So as soon as you press the attack button in the air, you kind of gain a bit of momentum in the midair and come down with a swipe. Does this do more damage than the standard attack? I want to test that. I wasn't paying attention to how much damage that did. So that did about 50. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to... Well, we won't even be able to test now with that, because they are less than 50 now. Hey, guess what? I can dodge now. Went back and found a matter phase module. Can't believe I missed that.
Oh, really? Heard those things are pretty handy. Those were developed by the Junkmarians, right?
Yep, they've made a lot of really cool stuff. Didn't they, like, make a bunch of giant clocks that manipulate space-time?
Prevents the manipulation of space-time. I think they stopped ticking a long time ago. Which would explain how you're able to keep coming back here.
Don't underestimate us humans. We're pretty smart.
Smart indeed. Also, fragile.
So yeah, the more times you defeat the adventure, the more times they keep coming back, and you kind of learn more about the world through them, and I think that's really cool. All right, let's... Yep, they certainly do jump. Listen, I just want to see how much damage... Okay, so the jump attack does not do much more damage than the standard attack. Another thing, that's our health bar on the bottom of the screen there. And you'll notice that there's, like, certain ticks in it. If we are depleted down to one of those ticks, our powers will get stronger. So we have 3 phases. But we won't see that for a little bit. Hello again. So, how's your day going?
I mean, it's okay, I guess. Worse now that you're here. But why do you care?
Just making conversation. Want to get to know you better, you know?
But I'm trying to kill you?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right?
Fair enough.
You said your name's Xoramir, right? That's a cool name.
I mean, I guess. Friends call me Zora for short.
That's cool. Name's Paige, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Paige. Prepare to die.
We are establishing a relationship with each other. We now know who we're fighting. You're not just some nameless adventurer now. You are Paige. What Paige does, why they're doing this, we don't know yet, but perhaps we shall find out. Right now, they are just continuously evading us, which, we're getting cheesed. And in response, we are getting cheesed. Oh, holding Holding a direction does affect how the magic like holding left and right does affect how the magic comes out. Cool. It like fans downwards.
So, Paige, what exactly is your mission?
Oh, you know, just running around and killing the Empress's minions. Trying to figure out exactly where she is so I can defeat her. Since I'm running into enemies, I'm sure I'm going the right way.
Why exactly are you trying to defeat her?
Ideology differences. Not a big fan of her trying to take over everything.
She's trying to rid this world of chaos, invoking justice onto scoundrels like you.
No, she's trying to kill off humans. She treats us like cattle.
I mean, you humans have dominated the universe for quite some time. Don't you think it's about time someone else takes control?
No, not really. Humans are awesome.
We'll see about that.
Damn, got an attack off right on wake up. And yeah, landing does also deal damage, so yeah. I wanna juggle her once more like that. Yeah. Hell yeah, gotcha. Ah, so pulling back is what caused them to just go straight forward like that. Good to know. I didn't realize that either. Learn something new all the time. So yeah, we have Paige, who it comes back to life because space-time is no longer being protected, who wants to take care of our Empress because our Empress is treating them like cattle. Zora, look! I can shoot projectiles now!
Cool. I can also do that.
Yeah, this is just a plasma ball module for my glove. Not as impressive as whatever the hell you're doing.
I'm using magic. More specifically, I'm using incantation magic. By harnessing nearby mana, I can create spheres of light. I can form these spheres into different patterns, along with manipulating their direction.
Cool. Not exactly how that works according to physics.
In all honesty, neither do I. Magic is just a broad term applied to any kind of science without clear definition.
So, it is science then. Well, I think my science is better than yours.
I can assure you, what I do is sufficiently more advanced than your puny pea shooter.
Well, we shall see. What can you do, Paige? What does your magic look like? Or are we just gonna sit here staring at each other? Oh, there we go. Alright, we're... I was hoping that if I didn't move, we'd just sit here staring at each other for eternity. I think that'd be really funny. But alas, it is not so. I like how the camera follows them. Since they're kind of like... They're the protagonists. We are the Dark Souls boss, so the camera really should follow them. There we go. I also like how the "you died" thing is like, it's coming up as if we are Paige, technically. Hey, Zora, what do you think of the Empress?
As I've stated before, I've sworn to protect her and her will.
Yeah, but like, what about her as a person?
As a person? I mean, she's alright. I've only actually spoken to her twice, mostly about plans and business.
You've sworn to protect her, and have only spoken to her twice. Where I come from, we call those kinds of people simps.
I'm not a simp.
Yes, you are. Can't blame you, though. I actually think she's pretty hot. If I didn't hate her guts, I'd totally smash.
Hey, that's my boss you're talking about.
Alright. Whatever, simp. Damn, we're just getting roasted on our own We're getting defeated in the art of debate, but we're still absolutely slaughtering Paige in the art of combat. So I think we win. Who cares about intellectualism when we got a big sword and we just lay the smackdown? Who needs to smash the Empress when we can smash? Got him. Hey, Zora, can I ask you a weird question? Do you know anything about a planet called a Holcow?
A Holcow? Only a little bit. Why do you ask?
On my way up here, I met a few people who asked about it. There were 2 humans and 2 Regrojans. They were trying to find it.
Regrojans? Did they finally figure out space travel?
Yeah, they mentioned that they were trying to find one of their kind on a Holcow. Is that planet off limits? I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, apparently the planet's caretaker is a bit of a nut job. If you see them again, tell them to come up here and I can talk to them.
When I see them again? As if. I'm defeating you now.
Highly doubt it.
So there's a bit of sci-fi space travel in this universe, huh? Or maybe it's like the Kingdom Hearts affair, where it's like a bunch of different worlds that clearly have their own like cultures and stuff, and most interspace travel is unknown to those who aren't already in the know. That's probably kind of the deal, since Paige did not know anything about it. But maybe... Ooh, we've taken some damage, but we've jumped on Paige, so we don't get to see how our capabilities increase. The music changed for a split second. But yeah, or maybe Paige is just from some backwater city that doesn't know anything about it. Wait, how many years have passed since then?
About 400 or so. It's pretty much a barren wasteland at this point. I know there was a plague that destroyed it, but wasn't aware it was the Rose Plague.
Looks like my calculations were off. Shit, I thought we were going the right way. Man, fuck space-time. What are we gonna do now? It's not like we can travel back in time or anything.
I shouldn't be saying this, but have you heard of the Cosmic Freeway?
The Cosmic Freeway? Can't say I have. What is it?
An old friend told me about it a long time ago. It might be your only chance to save a Holcow. Ask one of the 7 Guardians to open a portal into it. Once you're in, take it to Earth in the year 2130 and get out. From there, you can take another portal to a Holcow in the year.
Wait, I'm confused. What is the Cosmic Freeway exactly?
One of the Guardians will explain it. Just don't tell Regihart or Geometron.
Alright, cool. Thanks for the help.
Good luck, and Godspeed.
So there was a plague on a Holcow, And this is a universe with Earth in it. Interesting. Learning little bits and pieces about the world. Very cool.
Sorry for the delay, Paige. Shall we fight?
About time you nerds quit talking about sci-fi stuff. Let's fight. So you're aware of the concept of sci-fi then? Interesting. But yeah, let's fight. See if you can push me further into phase 2 now. Or perhaps we'll just beat you down much quicker this time. You're doing a lot more damage to me now, so there's that. But in order to deal more damage to me, you do have to actually attack Paige. You are aware, yes? Either shoot your projectiles or swing your sword. It's all the same to me. Just do something. Or we're gonna push you against the castle gates. Oof. 9 health remaining. Jesus Christ. Hey, so what exactly is the Cosmic Freeway?
It's a series of tunnels throughout the space-time continuum. It's mostly used by higher entities, but some mortals are able to access and use it. There's sort of like a police force that kicks out anyone who shouldn't be in it. I had a friend named Moldeficus who planned to use it to assassinate a Hulk House caretaker. He actually asked me to help him, and initially I thought it was a great idea. But after thinking about it, I decided it was a bad idea and bailed on the plan last minute.
Wait, so you bailed on your friend because they wanted to kill a higher entity?
Yeah. Haven't talked to him or the rest of the group since then. I try not to think about it too much. The fact I left them behind still haunts me to this day.
Oh wow, that actually kinda sucks. Sorry to hear about that.
It's fine. I just hope they're doing okay. Maybe I'll see them again someday.
Is that why you're working for the Empress? Just to feel like you're a part of something?
You read me like a book.
I guess we're really starting to get to know each other, huh? How about another bout to make you feel better?
Sure. I could use a fight right now.
Well, hopefully, Zora's friends are doing fine, but if they went to take on a higher entity, maybe not. Maybe they got destroyed, or maybe they quit halfway and they are doing fine, but are just kind of bitter about us bailing on them. Wouldn't be surprised. Regardless, we know a bit about why we're here and why we're doing this. Ooh. Alright, phase 2. And so what happens is phase 2 is just our attacks are bigger, and when we use magic, 2 of it comes out. Zora, do you have any relatives?
Like, family? No, unfortunately that would be impossible. I'm what some may call a single entity species, or a SES for short. I was not created through reproduction like your kind has. I was created artificially.
Oh, so like a machine of some sorts?
Pretty much. Just on a way more complicated level than what you're familiar with. I was initially created for a specific purpose, so there was no reason to create more of me. I'm pretty much by myself.
Wow, that must really suck. I imagine it feels like you're an endangered species.
It can get pretty lonely. But the fact that other says exists makes me feel better. Do you have any relatives?
Oh yeah, I grew up with a pretty big family. I have like 8 little brothers. Only 3 of them are directly related to me. Mom just can't keep a man around for long. If I ever meet my dad, I'm probably gonna beat him up for leaving us.
Must be hard having that hatred in your heart for so long.
I've kinda just gotten used to it. Ooh, so we've learned so much more about each other. And man, Paige comes up with the analogy of being an endangered species, but still wants to take us out, huh? You don't care that you're gonna drive us to extinction then, Paige? Is that just like all fine for you? I've played Dark Souls before, so like I'm sure I've contributed to that without thinking about it in those games. But like if I was consciously aware of doing that, I probably would not want to, you know? Phase 2 now, Paige. And time to chuckle you into space. I love that attack so much. It just works really well. 14.
Hey, Paige.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you. You know, for talking to me and everything. I know that we're enemies and that we've been trying to kill each other, but I'm glad I've had someone to talk to. Haven't really had one of those in a while.
Aw, don't mention it. Glad I could make your day a bit brighter. I imagine there's a lot going behind all that thick armor. You're strong and tough, but beneath that, you're also a sweet guy. Now I kinda feel bad for fighting you.
Don't be. I'm just doing my job. Hey, if you do defeat me and the rest of the Empress's minions, and finally meet her, can you go tell her to give me a raise?
Sure thing, buddy.
Thank you. Shall we fight?
Yes, we shall. Will that raise actually affect us? Will we, like, be... Will we also be revived? Get that raise as well? That'd be pretty sweet. We just come back and fight. Well, we wouldn't be fighting Paige because Paige will have moved on, but just wake up and fight other adventurers for all of eternity. That is now our purpose. That would suck. Phase 2. Wonder if they're gonna push us to Phase 3 before we I sent Paige to the moon. I wonder if they're gonna push us to Phase 3 before the conversations. Yes, they will. So our attacks are way bigger now. And our magic is also bigger. Bye-bye, Paige. And now I believe that's... Yeah, it just goes to ... now. Let's just get this over with. That just repeats for now. The farthest I've gotten to level 20. So I'm assuming, and like it just keeps repeating until there. So I'm assuming that the dialogue just repeats from now on. That's it. That's all we will get to know about the world. However, if anyone watching would like to play further and see if it goes any further than that, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to know if it goes any further than that. And I think that'd be really cool. If you just fought long enough and just defeated Paige enough that there may be something different. And I'll definitely keep trying, though it looks like I'm about to be defeated right here. Yeah, I think I'm definitely done. I didn't want to use the cheese strategy of just jumping and doing this the entire time. It's definitely a good move, but I don't want to rely on it because I think that'd be a bit boring. But, yeah, there we go. We have fallen. And we explode. Boss defeated! Thanks for everything, Xoramir. And yep, created by aplovestudio, or APlove. Made in 72 hours for Ludum Dare 50. Thank you for playing. Of course. Thank you for creating. It was a lot of fun and a super interesting game. So, yeah, that was Reversary. Reversary. One less syllable there. And definitely check it out if you're interested. As said before, I will put the links to both the Newgrounds and Itch.io portals in the description. And I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing or leaving a like. But for now, I'll be signing out. Please have a fantastic day, alright?